China wants to build a so-called super embassy close to the Tower of London. Residents fear the contentious plan could devastate their community and are doing all they can to stop it. That includes one campaigner who's lived nearby for 27 years and could end up right on the embassy's doorstep. Carolyn Sim reports.
Mark Nygate has lived in his ground floor flat for 27 happy years, but it backs onto a site which is now owned by the Chinese, who want to redevelop it into a new super embassy. They also bought the freehold to Mark's block, and he now fears residents will be forced out.
The fact they only put a wooden fence there seems to suggest they don't really have any more plans for it other than at some point taking this over, maybe putting a very big wall along the street and making this as a bigger border.
How upset are you going to be about all of this?
I'm panicking because my life's here.
The site, which includes the historic Royal Mint building, would be redeveloped into offices and 200 staff apartments. It would be 10 times bigger than the current Chinese embassy in Marylebone. A public inquiry into the plans, which were initially thrown out by Tower Hamlets Council, will begin next week.
The barrister has been very kind and given us a very decent rate for doing the work, but he can only do one day, which is the first day of the inquiry, where we have to make sure all our points are put across.
And after that, you're no longer represented.
No.
Councillors like Peter Gold say they'll fight the plans all the way. He's concerned that if any protest demonstrations like this were held against the Chinese government, it would cause chaos in the area, which is opposite the Tower of London and the City of London.
The Chinese are buying up buildings all around here. What do they want them for? Why do they want the largest embassy of any country anywhere in Europe here on a World Heritage Site?
The borough may be against the plans, but the government is not. Chancellor Rachel Reeves, on a visit to China last month, made it clear that diplomatic ties with the country are a priority, but that could come at a cost.
In the longer term, there will constantly have to be a very, very high security presence on the estate and around the embassy. And again, that's going to have a knock-on effect to all of the residential properties in the area.
The Chinese embassy told us it's committed to promoting the friendship between the Chinese and British people, and that it has always fully respected the rights and concerns of local residents. But Mark is planning his own demonstration against the plans on Saturday evening as he prepares for a long fight ahead. Carolyn Sim, ITV News, Tower Hamlets.